We've been restoring a 1984 Suzuki Katana pop-up that's been donated to us by one of our subscribers, Rory. Unfortunately, recently Rory passed away, but that's made us more determined to get this bike back on the road in Rory's honour.
I was reading the performance bikes all the time, and when I saw the pop-up headlight Katana, I just said, I have one of them. I've got a photo of my son when he was about a year old, reading performance bikes.
Right.
I was always intending on putting it all back together.
Yeah.
But other things get in the way.
Yeah.
So do I get my kit off?
So what would you like to see with the Katana then?
I'd like to see it back on the road.
A lot of the parts are seized because they've been just laying around for 31 years.
She runs, Rory!
Have you heard it?
So we've been hard at work, freeing everything up, rescuing what we can and replacing what we have to.
Might be just me that has this problem, but brake cleaner. You get them in these squirty bottles. Squirty bottles don't last 2 minutes. Seals go in them, then you've just got a bottle. It's not squirty anymore. Brake cleaner kills the seals in them. So, a buddy of mine, Dave, right Dave Ascombe, top lad, he told me if you buy Worth stuff in 3 litre bottles, get a free squirty bottle, pump spray type, and it lasts more than 55 seconds. That's empty. Where's my nozzle? Guessing that's it. Let's try it. It's 35 quid. But normally, these are about 60 quid anyway. They're stupid expensive. For the brake cleaner proof ones. I won't have to buy it in cans, which are about £5 a can. It just makes a lot of sense. Plus, I'm very tight, as we know. Besides that, when my buddy Simon comes, he uses it like pot water. No! Yes. Hey, I want something to clean. Oh, lordy-da. It looks like I've spilled some brake fluid on my brake pads. How will I clean it off? Not like that. Like that. Yes.
Next job is a back brake. So we set about fitting the master cylinder and bleeding it through.
See how it's filling up? Brilliant. So that should be working now. All the air's out of it. The bike brake works. No air coming out of it. We got rid of everything. Works perfect. Just want to screw them back on. That's another job done. Happy days.
If you know, you know. You just can't change tyres without some umigooly juice. Ooh, me goolies! Basically, it's just hand soap in some water and a spray bottle. Dad, I want to go riding. What? Dad, stop doing that. Let's go riding.
What?
I want to go riding the new. Thanks, Dad. I wanted to use the tyres that Rick had given us, but I didn't want to use those wheels. I wanted to use the original wheels that Rory had given us with the bike. So I set about switching them over.
So that's what you can see when you have a bit of leek fruit bead. Bit of soapy water on it, some gula juice. You'll see that. And that is your air leaking out. This is only on the first side. So what you do in that case, cured it. Yeah, that's all it takes. Just a couple of whacks with the hammer. Just rinse it a bit more. And it's done.
With a beat and my feet move for freedom, running desperately. And we'll chase it the wrong side, the sunrise will follow, running through the streets. And with a beat and my feet move for freedom, running desperately. And we'll chase it the wrong side, the sunrise will follow, running through the and chasing to the we'll chase it the wrong side, the sunrise will follow. Will you come follow? Will you come follow? Will you come follow? We'll chase it the wrong side, the sunrise will follow. Will you come follow? Will you come follow? Will you come follow? We'll chase it the wrong side, the sunrise.
Calipers on, spindles in, just need to put a split pin in. Front mudguard fitted, just needs to clean up. New fork seals, clean new fork stanchions. Front brake bled, throttle works, clutch now works, and now the front end is done.
Gave the under tray a really good wire brush down, and then a couple of coats of Tetra Seal just to protect it.
Problem. This tire I've just took off is a 120/90 by 18. That was originally on the gold rim. This tire that we've been kindly donated is a 120/90 17. So that's why I'm struggling getting it on, because it's never going to fit. So we need a solution.
unjustified optimist, living life with the blinkered eyes. And if it's not alright in the world outside, and it's all the consequence to the real good time, I'm blissfully blind, and I'm gonna find life right all the time. So whether that be hard knocks, warfare, employment rates, or a terrible head, there is one for the road. Scared of getting old, see me on a road. You must be told that there's always tomorrow. And now I'm gonna find the time to lead, not follow. Because we're still having a good time. Satisfied, it's out of mind. Olivia, see that there's trouble. Please don't burst my bubble. Cause we're having a good time. It's out of sight, it's out of mind. Olivia, see that there's trouble. Please don't burst my bubble. And if it's hard line, running out of time, Freudian slips, bills and fines, suicide bombs, scared of being wrong. Do it all along, you're rolling on, you'll never keep your nose clean. Always gonna get away with it scot-free. Because we're still having a good time. It's out of sight, it's out of mind. Olivia, see that there's trouble. Please don't burst my bubble. Cause we're having a good time. It's out of sight, it's out of mind. Olivia, see that there's trouble. Please don't burst my bubble.
So just a quick catch up for anybody who may have missed any of the earlier episodes. We are trying to rebuild this bike and use everything that Rory gave us. There were a few parts, small parts missing. The things that we've not used are the rear cluster, because the original one is broken, so we can't use that. I did look at trying to get the lens out to use it and switch them over, but there's just no point. So this is from the donor bike. The rear light, it's the import one. It's got the indicators inside, which I think is actually nicer. It won't have big stupid sticky out indicators, and I won't have to fit the big bars that look a little bit stupid. So yeah, I've used a few of the ancillaries off it. This cover, that's the original one, and this number plate mount is the original one as well. The rear calipers are completely original. I've cleaned them up. I looked at the seals, they were tidy, they were clean. I put them back together with some rubber grease. Away we went. I've bled it up, I've checked it, it's not leaking. The rear brake master cylinder, it's original apart from the seal kit. So we've got a piston and seal kit, that's original. The carbs are original. Exhaust is original. The plastics, they're original. The seat is original and in beautiful condition. We're going to need to use the choke mechanism from the donor bike, because this one's the plastic handle's broken up back. The clutch slave cylinder is original. It was seized up. We've unseized it, stripped it, repaired it, put it back together, greased it, and it works absolutely perfectly, which is a surprise. I thought we were going to have a problem with that. Switch gear's original. Obviously there weren't a headlight with it, there wasn't a cowl with it, so that's not original. The fork stanchions aren't original. There wasn't a front mudguard with it. The clutch has it's the original master cylinder with a seal kit put in it. But as it's the one that Rory gave us with the bike. And so is the front brake. I'm a little bit worried about the front brake, to be fair, because we've not done anything with the front brake. Literally, that is original as it came. When we first got the bike, the front brake was sticking on. If you pull the front brake on, you couldn't move the bike unless you braid the calipers with a soft hammer. So the calipers, again, exactly the same ones that Rory gave us. All we've done, stripped them down, greased them, put them back together. We've actually done that 3 times. The tank, obviously the original tank was absolutely rotten at the bottom. It was more like a sieve than a fuel tank. So the original white one is just not usable at all. And the clip-on. as well. We had to replace a clip on. Other than that, everything is original on this bike. From the barn in Scotland where we found it. In the meantime, you could help us a lot just by liking and commenting. It's really important. That is really, really important. And while you're at it, you may as well subscribe because it's free. Oh, here's my tyre pile. That's the one. That's the one I've junked. And it's full of water. So this is the original tyre that came off. And as you can see on sidewalls, there are absolutely no splits or cracks or anything, despite it being 31 years old. Let's have a look at the other side. There's no cracks to be seen. Well, no cracks to be seen there. No. Oh, absolutely fine. Nothing to see. Nope, absolutely great. So yeah, tyre's been checked. Point of contact, most important thing. So we've got this Avon Road Rider, it's a 17 inch, and we do have a Katana rear wheel, so we could use this tyre. But I don't know if it was me or the last person to fit this tyre, but we've got some wicked lumps out of the actual point that seals the tyre. Obviously there's a bit down here that seals the tyre as well, but that is a really important corner. And that as well. This one's the same. So really can't use that tyre. I would love to use that tyre and put it on the rim that Rick gave us, but it's just not, it's not safe. So we're going to try and use the original equipment as much as we can. And for the time being, I'm going to put that 18 inch tyre back on because it's in perfect condition. Although this tyre came off, it just didn't want to go back on. It was almost as though it was a 17 inch trying to go on an 18 inch. It was just so hard, so old, it was never going to work. Not there, Billy. That is super irritating. Absolutely fine. So let's take another borrow at it.
What you can do that side?
Look, it's ruined. It's ruined. It's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Tyre's dead. Dead. Impossible. This tyre is so old. It's too dry. I can't even fit it back on just for the time being. So another solution. We've got no tyres now. I wish I'd just left this one on and then at least I could have rolled bike around. So the next job is these fixings for the screen. I'm going to clean the screen up, but we do need to deal with those fixings. They were originally riv nuts and we're going to replace them. We've got a riv nut, but because it's plastic and we know what happened the last time, we've got some washers. I'm going to drill the washers out to the same size as riv nut so that when we fit this riv nut, it's going to be into the washer as much as the plastic. We couldn't save the old riv nuts. We had to get them out, and while I was trying to get them out, they were getting hot and melting the plastic. So that's why we've not got the original ones in. But it should be good as new once I finish this. So the idea of a riv nut is just like a rivet, really. So we've got this riv nut gun, and you give it a little squeeze, it pulls the riv nut down, expands it. If you've got a washer at the back there, it's going straight into the steel and it'll hold it perfectly in place. We might have to put a bit of bond on the inside to stop them from turning, but let's just see how we get on. Let's untip this up. I think I've got the wrong fitting. I think it should be a collar up here. I think that collar should be smaller than it actually is. Take two. This is not working. Gonna need some bigger nuts, I think. We got some more fittings. This riv nut kit is just one that I bought off eBay for about 40 quid. I've had it a while. What are they? Looks like 6mm. So I may have to drill them out a little bit, but then we can riv nut straight into the plastic. It's just whether or not the plastic's gonna put up with it. It may crack. Let's see how we get on. Lovely. So that's a perfect fit. So now hopefully get that riveted up and it won't crack the plastic. So we screw in the fuller. Ooh. Right, so unlike rivets, these don't snap when it comes to the correct tension. So you can just keep going until they expand so much it smashes plastic to bits. But I think we've got this one. and if we have, that's good, because I know it'll work on alt rest. That is in there like
House is a
swimwear.
man with calloused hands, working hard on his Suzuki Katana's plans in his garage. He toils away, bringing life back to that old decay. He's a man on a mission with tools in his hand, rebuilding that bike just as
If you
he
don't have a riv
planned,
nut,
with the
gun
wind in
or a
his
kit,
hair.
I'll leave you a link to that in the description. So now that's done, we need a screen to put on it. The screen needs a damn good clean and polish, so we'll do that next. Here's a screen. That has definitely seen better days. It's just faded in the sunshine. In the sunshine. So we've got a lot of work to do on that. I think what we're going to do is, we're going to try a little bit of cutting compound. Just try and get the worst of the haze and the scratches out of it. And then possibly a little bit of T-cut. And we might need some finer stuff just to finish it off and get a good shine on it. I'm going to stop saying so, beginning of every sentence. Bought this kit from Newark Auto Jumble, or Bike Jumble, whichever way you want to call it. It's got loads of different fittings on it, different pads for polishing. So some of them are really soft, that's medium, that's quite hard. I'm going to start with soft just because I don't want to overheat it and damage it. And we'll see how we go. But I'm going to try to start with, I'm going to use some auto saw. I know it's quite coarse, but I do want some coarse stuff. So let's bang the soft one on. There's loads of different ones, look. Just each colour's a different softness. So I'm going to use the black one because it is the softest. And all you do, you just bang it straight on your drill. Start on one side. Just give it a bit of a skiddery skoo.
That's rides on through the day and night, delivering bikes, it's his daily grind from town to town, leaving worries behind. With each delivery, a story.
That is going to need some work. You can see, I'm not even sure if you can see, how cloudy that is if I just tip it against the light. So I think it's all going to come up nicely. But obviously we've got inside to do as well, so that's just as bad.
Man on a mission with tools in his hand, rebuilding that bike just as he planned. With the wind in his hair and the road in his side.
That's loads better. So difficult to polish though. Just for a simple reason, I don't want to bend it at all, because I'm suspecting that is as brittle as most of my past relationships. That could just snap at any time, at any part. They've actually already started to snap there at bottom. Oh, I've got to apologise as well, because I did kind of set a time limit for when this project was going to be finished, which I thought was going to be finished now. So apologies again, I've been distracted. Oh, that looks loads better already. Little bit of a mark there at the top. I think we should be able to get that out if we just keep polishing. I'm probably going to have to finish it off by hand to get into all the nooks and crannies, but that looks loads better than it was. A few more thanks. Thanks to everybody who's bought us a coffee. I really appreciate you. I'll put all your names at the bottom of the screen. And thanks to these boys, Smiling Ivy. They got us on the guest list for their 20th anniversary gig last Saturday, and they absolutely smashed it out at Park. I think they've only done one gig in quite a few years, and they were absolutely awesome. If you've heard the music in my videos, you should hear it live. It is another level. Thank you to them guys. And we also got to drink beer with them after and get absolutely sloshed. That's loads better. These marks, I don't know what they are, but I'm sure I can get them off. And now we should clean up the top fairing so we can fit this. If I could just go back to Smiling Ivy for a second. They've just released a new single. It's called Second Best. It's not, it's the best, but they called it Second Best. That's up to them. So I'll leave a link to that tune in the description. And it's not gone unrecognised that some of you guys have been sending messages to Smiling Ivy, to the group, through us, on our behalf, and saying that you found them through us. I love that. They came back to me and told me that, and it gave me so much pride for the cross-pollination, as Dan, the lead singer, put it. Really appreciate that. If you could do more of that, that would make me super happy. I think in some ways, Smiling Ivy kind of line up with us. Lyrics in one of the songs are, if you haven't got a penny and there's ways you've got to overcome it, take it off the shelf as you quickly slide it in your pocket. If you haven't got a penny, then there's ways you have to overcome it. Take it off the shelf as you quickly slide it in your pocket.
Oh no,
nobody else around to watch you. That's the way it goes when you're broke. Oh, whoa, whoa. Now you know the sort of girl that only wants expensive rhymes. Slow down, I've only got £10. I'll buy you a red stripe and make you come tonight. You won't complain. You'll see my name.
I think I'm going to need something a bit coarser than this.
Now you know the sort of person that just sits around and wastes the days. Gets stoned and thinks of a million ways to find a little cash, to buy a little grass. You make it in a bang cause you've got no other plans. You move to a hot country if you only had the money. But today, here's where you'll stay. Yeah, 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 yeah. We don't like your vibe and we've got nothing to say. Think you've got no style and you don't know